Okay, I want to know how you guys handled being alone for Christmas. I am divorced and I just got off the phone with my daughter. She said she was picking out a Christmas tree with her dad and his new wife, which I'm so happy for them. I think that's great. Like, I love that they do family stuff. But, like, I don't have family here, so with it being Christmas season, that stuff, like, kind of triggers me, you know? And it's just kind of like, makes me a little sad because I'm like, I miss that now. Not with my ex, but I'm saying just, like, in general.
So that's what I'm taking with me into my next relationship is, can I love this person as they are right now? If they never changed anything about themselves, can I love this person? Without having hopes of them changing or hopes of them, seeing things the way that I see them or doing something I want them to do, whatever. As they are right now.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today, guys, instead of a bunch of women, we're gonna cover a bunch of vultures. How about that? Because the specimens we're going to discover today, guys, are quite opportunistic. Some will consider that love for them is not part of the equation. So let's have a listen, guys, and you tell me.
Do y'all hold a man down? And be honest. It's okay, because I did. I dated a guy for about a year after my divorce, and he had a really good job. And then about 5 months into his dating, he lost the job. And I ended up having to take care of him, and he moved in with me, and I paid his car insurance. I was that girl. I was the pick-me girl for real. And, yeah, he cheated. So, I'm not telling you not to hold that man down, but... Anyway, I wrote a book about my heartbreak. It's available on my TikTok shop for only $9.99. So if you want to laugh at my heartbreak, go get it.
Okay,
First off, that's quite expensive for a book, if you ask me. Like, who are you? Nobody knows you. You're not, I don't know, you're not, Edgar Allan Poe or something like this. You're not Stephen King, to price your books that expensive. Second of, why would I buy a book from someone who has failed? Talking about that failure, like, I understand that entertainment sells more than actual information that is going to help you in any way, but I don't know, it just seems counterproductive that I will pay to actually be worse off in dating with your ill advice. But what do I know?
I want to know how you guys handled being alone for Christmas. I am divorced and I just got off the phone with my daughter. She said she was picking out a Christmas tree with her dad and his new wife, which I'm so happy for them. I think that's great. Like, I love that they do family stuff. But, like, I don't have family here, so...
Yeah, sure. You know she's not happy, right?
With it being Christmas season, that stuff, like, kind of triggers me, And it's just kind of like, makes me a little sad because I'm like, I miss that now. Not with my ex, but I'm saying just, like, in general. How do you guys get through that? Like, how do you manage? I feel like I just kind of work through it each year and I just keep myself busy. Like, I just engross myself in my work, try to be out with friends, like, do stuff like that. But, like, when it all settles down and, like, you have to, like, deal with your thoughts alone, it's just kind of like, damn.
Take it from somebody whose marriage failed.
All right. Before we continue with someone whose marriage failed, we have a hopeless romantic. Let's have a soul that's so devoted to love it cannot live without it. But in reality, that is not the fact. Because women, guys, they often initiate divorces. Well, rather than often, I should say, when divorces happen, it's mostly women. So it's like when they regret it, guys, they don't regret the divorce itself. They don't come to the conclusion, oh, I wasted my opportunity. This man, I ruined his life. No, they just regret. Maybe that paycheck that he brought to the family wasn't that bad. Maybe I'm not gonna catch a next train. So was it worth it to leave the previous one? Well, maybe I'm not gonna find someone such as good. And even though she tries not to care about the fact that the man moved on, she absolutely does, right? And always this Tiffany face hits of them thinking to themselves, wow, you know, my ex-husband wasn't as bad as I thought. And look, for women, absolutely natural to be looking for a provider, you know, it's absolutely natural, you know. They look for things that they want in life. But the problem is when you take that too far and you leave no place for love at all, you know, because when love is mixed in between all those needs and demands that you have, it makes for a healthy relationship. But when there is no love at all and everything you see in life is just, you know, in opportunistic way, just I'm gonna help me here with this, now I'm gonna change my husband for that, now I need that and the other thing, and I need a provider for this, and you know, some other man for that, then it never works, guys. It never works for these women. It never works for the pitiful ex-husbands that just get a divorce out of the whole thing. But now let's continue.
Damn.
Take it from somebody whose marriage failed. Because when that happens, when a divorce happens and all that, both of us failed each other. But at the end of the day, I can look back and reflect on where I fell short. I feel like when you're picking your partner, you should like them as they are. Like, if they didn't change anything, if they didn't change what they wore, if they didn't change how they talked, if they didn't change their values, if they didn't change what they believed in, if nothing about them changed and they stayed the same, could you love that person as they are? Because I feel like my mistake when I got married is I did love my husband how he was, and I always care about him even through our divorce because we have 2 beautiful kids together. But I like the idea of what he could become, like, 'cause he wanted to be a pastor and all that stuff, and I was like, I loved the idea of being with a man of God and a pastor. But him as he was in that moment was not that, and so that's like kind of my takeaway, because I was growing in resentment from the choices and the decisions he was making in our marriage, because I was holding him to the standard of what I was wanting him to be, versus who he was. Like, wasn't appreciating him as he was. And not to say that I didn't appreciate him, but I mean, like, as the person he was without changing. So that's what I'm taking with me into my next relationship is, can I love this person as they are right now? Without, if they never changed anything about themselves, can I love this person? Without having hopes of them changing or hopes of them, you know, seeing things the way that I see them or doing something I want them to do, whatever, as they are right now. Because I think that's how you find your person.
What do you think about that, guys? You know, about these, a lot of women are like this, you know, they constantly like to improve things. And again, it's like when not taken too far, it's a good thing, you know, bravo. But when you take it too far, we get these women, not necessarily this one, also she could be, but these women that marry a guy, you know, and then start to change him. And when he doesn't change, shocked Pikachu face. What do you mean you're not gonna turn into this person of my dreams that is barely accomplishable by human standard? What do you mean? You know, and then they get divorced because, oh, I didn't get to live in the fairy tale that I dreamed of. You know, kind of a little absurd if you ask me. Like, you don't go around marrying people you don't like in the first place and then telling them, okay, here's what you need to do in order for me to love you fully. But hey, what do you guys think?
And how you... Anyway, I wish you guys the best, but that's just like my random... I'm reflecting a lot as my divorce is coming to the close. So anyway, love you guys.
This. The Peloton instructor that I was using today mentioned something about how we need to give, you know, ourselves, if we're injured, rest and recovery. And we really need to listen to our body, right? And it's like we wouldn't think twice about a professional athlete taking time off to recover and then taking a slower process back to doing the thing they do. You know, the first person or the first athlete that comes to mind is Tiger Woods, right? And he's had a few pretty significant injuries. Nobody thought twice about him taking time off, right? Because that's what athletes do when they are physically injured. So my question to you is this: how much time are we giving ourselves if we're emotionally injured, right? Because I kind of feel like we're all emotional athletes out here. Like, we're all just expected to do these wild things with our emotions and almost be like this professional athlete or this emotional athlete of sorts. And so if you're...
Yeah, but we're not, is the problem with your narrative. you saw her from a mile away with this bullcrap narrative. Yes, professional athletes do indeed take rests. Now the difference is you're not one, and dating should not be, you know, emotional rests. Like, you don't walk into a marriage saying, okay, every third day I'm gonna take a day off, trying to, you know, go through my feelings, and you know, I'm not gonna talk to you that whole day. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to, in your work, for example, tell your manager, well, you know, every X day I'm just gonna F off and not come to work. You're not supposed to do that. Like, just because your dating life sucks and you pick bad men that lead to bad consequences for your emotional life, it doesn't make you a professional athlete. And the thing with the professional athletes is when they take a day off to rest, they increase their productivity for all the, you know, working days. Like, rest is part of their work, if that makes any sense. For you, it doesn't help you in any way. You having to stop dating for a while because you're going through all the chads doesn't help you in any way whatsoever. It just increases your trauma from all those problems. And, well, trauma is a really, it's an overstatement, but you get what I mean. Just the baggage that she is carrying. You're not a professional athlete, is my point.
Coming back from a heartbreak, or if you're coming back from a divorce, or you're coming back from a toxic relationship, and you're trying to really get back on the right path, or the path to healing, are we giving ourselves the appropriate amount of time that we should to actually recover from that emotional injury?
So here ends the TikTok, guys, and, well, what can I say? You want to be good in dating, just don't date women who have needed a lot of time to recover, right? Just go for the ones who are not exhausted about dating already, who have more patience, more pair bonding ability, and all those things. You'll be better off. But now, guys, thank you for watching. Kind of a short one today, but thank you for watching. Leave me your comments down below. Please subscribe if you like this content, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.